Mrs. Fearfocal herself. Did I say it right? Fearfocal. I must say it like a, you know, like I'm from Cape Town, or bro. You Fearfocal.
Yeah, that's true. I can't do that accent, but wow, you have it down. Why? Oh my God. You're from Cape Town, right?
Technically.
You attended in Cape Town, right?
Yeah, high school. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Between Takes. We're going to be talking all things Owamie, being loved and hated all at the same time. When I told my friends I'm interviewing you, there was literally 50% split. Some were like, why? I don't like her. Others were like, I absolutely love her. Please have her on. I want to know her story. I really connect. I'm subscribed to both her channels, and I want to know what are the in-betweens, the things that we don't see in real life, and that's exactly what we're going to be digging into. I can't wait for this interview. I'm actually excited. You can tell.
Are you serious?
I'm really excited for
I'm getting nervous now. I just have to say, y'all have friends that said they don't like me. I don't like y'all too.
With your siblings, how many are you? This is the part where in interviews she ducks and dives so smoothly. We did not get there.
My father had 2 wives, and we all lived in the same house.
Okay.
I've got 7 siblings that I know of. So my stepmother has got 4 children, and my mother has 3. So we all grew up in the same house, you understand? So yeah, obviously a lot of crazy stuff.
Any boys?
Yes, 2.
Oh, and older than you?
1 older, 1 younger.
Wow, okay. Would you change anything about your childhood?
Yeah.
What would you change?
I would definitely have my mom be with her husband that is hers alone. And just stay in one house. No, because it was really honestly difficult. It was very difficult because the pressure was there. You always have to perform. Do you understand? And you are a child that is being introduced into this dynamics. As a child, you don't know anything about competition. You know, there was a lot of stuff that actually happened. Like, oh, there's a lot.
Mention one. We're digging deep today. Just
like,
one.
Okay, I'll give an example. I won't say who, but going into matric, I was going to write, and throughout the year, my study masters are just all disappearing, bruh. I don't know what's going on. Like, I come home, they are here in the house, but then gone, calculators gone, this gone. And I think within the period of that year doing my matric, I lost probably about 6 study masters, you know, because I'd go to, you know, school class and like to the class, what do they call this? The
monitor or the teacher.
Yeah, because I was used to some of them, and then I'd still. Because what am I going to do?
How are you going to explain this?
How am I going to explain that I lost the first time? I came to the teacher, can you get me a second one? They gave me, I lost it again. And it wasn't that I was losing them. So I would say I went to write my matric with no study master for mathematics and science. You know, so it was like really tough, and then...
you made it.
Yes, I did. I actually passed with a bachelor's.
Congratulations. I just got goosebumps, honey.
You can't keep a go with me down. So after that, after the results had come out, I find one of my siblings holding a study master. And with that one, because I had stolen it, I actually wrote my name behind. Actually, it was not the one I stole. It was the one that the teacher gave me. So I wrote my name behind and not in front because I had to return it. And when I opened, and it had my name, my heart dropped. Like, bruh, I wrote a whole matric with no certificate. I mean, with no study guides. So if I lost like 6 and I'm finding you with 1, then I'll assume you know where the rest of the 5 are, you understand? And so I was actually quite hurt. But I feel like also now being an adult, there was a sense of competition.
Of course.
If I want to pass, I don't want her to pass that much. I need to steal her books.
See, that always confuses me, because competition can always be seen as in, let me be a better version of myself. But in a household where there are 2 firstborns and both of you have that headship right, in a sense, if it was olden times, we would be talking about inheritance and the order of, you know, how things should be, who's sort of the leader here, who takes over should anything happen to your parents, you know. So I would imagine it's very hard. But then on the side of like softness, you said that your family had a lot of love. Tell me more about that.
It was really, I feel like it was really nice. Like, my mom was a very loving mom, you know, and she was just someone that made sure that we felt all that love. And when I was younger, my dad was also like someone that gave us so much love. As much as, you know, there are times when he would refuse us to go to certain places. Now you understand it was for our safety, but that was when we were going into our teen years. But when we were young, like guys, we couldn't wait like for my dad to come home and run to him. Like the moment you see him, Daddy, I'm having a headache, then he will be like, oh, I'm sorry, baby, you know, should I take you to the like, you know, like, so
that father's love, you actually experienced
experienced that. And I also had a very loving mom, so I also experienced that. And also like even with my stepmom, like she was someone that, you know, she was loving, but obviously there's also dynamics there, so I can't really say I fault her a lot. But it was nice, man. It's like the other mommy can't buy kids stuff without the other kids also having. So
everyone benefits.
Yeah,
you getting one, you getting one.
You get one, you get one. So we're all just benefiting. And I remember the time that, because my mom was a nurse and my stepmom was also a nurse, but she has retired now. And so I remember the time that they both got jobs.
It was like a celebration.
Oh my gosh, like we got so many pop-ups, we got so many things.
You guys were looking at the physical benefits.
I'm telling you, like it was like, wow, a whole new world is introduced, because when the father is working, he will think of like the family,
the basics,
you know, but when a mom is working, she will think of like, you know, nicer things, this is what should happen. And it was really nice.
Did you have to call both of them mom?
No.
You called her by name or auntie, or like, I know like in black families we can be comfortable with
anything.
Yeah, or mamaga.
Yeah.
Mamaga.
No, I called my mom obviously, and I called my stepmom by her name.
Since you were young.
Yeah.
Like you were that, like that's what Fezi could do now, because they're this generation. But in our generation, who are you calling?
No, they tried.
You know, Margaret. No, Margaret.
No, but remember the event that you add war. So it's sort of like a respect.
Oh.
So if you're like Yolz, war Yolz.
Oh,
you understand? So I'd say war and then call her by her name. But she didn't have a problem with that. I don't know if she did, but I don't know.
Were you the only one calling her that?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, of course she had a problem, girl.
What?
Of course she had a problem.
I grew up in a very strict family. Like my father was very strict. My mother was very strict. My mother was like a lioness. Like I don't know how she did it, because my mom was a snitch, yo. My mom was a snitch.
Was she snitching on her kids?
Yes! To my mother, like she was that type of a mom that I was like, bro, other mamas are not telling on their kids and you're telling on us. So if you do something and she's like, I will tell your father, trust and believe she will, you know. So yeah, she was kind of like a snitch. But obviously as I grew older, we developed a more closer relationship, because there was a time that she was actually not working close to home, because my mom used to be a nurse. So she used to come home probably like twice a month, maybe 5 days per time. And so we didn't really have that close of a relationship.
At what age was this?
When I was like in high school. Yeah. And so when I went to varsity, that was when our relationship and bond got very strong. And unfortunately she passed.
How old were you when your mom passed?
20. I was actually 23. I had just turned 23.
I'm so sorry. I do definitely connect with you on loss, and we'll talk more about it. What would you say Owamie now has taken in terms of lessons and growth from your childhood traumas, your childhood triumphs, like passing your matric, you know, and all the different lessons that sort of built you and made you who you are today? What did you take from your childhood that you still think is a huge pillar and foundation from your childhood?
Wow, I feel like I've taken a lot. No one is coming to save you. Like save yourself. Like save yourself. I grew up in a family that is very honest with you, and sometimes like, you know, whenever I do interviews, like they'll be like, oh, you're so controversial, the things that you say, and I'm like, y'all have never met my family. If you think
so, that's where it comes from. We was gonna get there, girl. Okay.
Like if you think I am, like you should find us like literally sitting. And I think that I've just realized that I have a son now, I'm a mom too. And
yeah, you call him your son all the time. I'm like, when did she give birth? When was she pregnant?
no, I'm a mom too.
Ray is
Ray is my life,
your niece,
my world. Yes,
your
it's
nephew,
my younger sister's, my nephew, my younger sister's son. So I feel like, before you have to mother someone, there are certain things that you think you've learned, but when you actually have to practice those stuff, it's not as easy. So I highly believe in giving your children all the love, but I also believe you need to give your kids some of the toughness, because they really need it. You don't cripple your kids in terms of like they can only survive if you are there because you're so strong. And I'm someone that I feel like I'm so mentally strong and physically, girl, don't try me.
We are not gonna fight today. Some of the questions I had to delete because I was just like, I am not gonna fight.
You don't want to see yourself on the floor. So yeah, I think that honestly, like from everything that I would say I've gone through, is that no one is coming to save you. Honestly, in life, save yourself. Yeah.
And in terms of the channel, what actually sparked that idea of starting a YouTube channel that's going to report on celebrity news? What sparked that idea? And then you still, because there's idea stage, ne? Then there's a stage where you're like, no, I'm really doing this. Where you start buying the equipment, or you pick up your phone and you press record and you actually do it. And then there's a stage where you watch and you're like, I'm still posting this.
Editing it, just like, what, this is going on.
And then you look at yourself, you're like, there's no drama, Owamie, but I'm still gonna post this.
I'm going to post it. So for me, I feel like it's quite a crazy story. We were place hopping. So we were like financially not stable guys.
You and your ex-husband.
Me and my ex-husband, it wasn't a secret. And so I remember as we were looking for a place, and that was because the previous place that we had stayed in, the landlord came and literally removed the doors in the middle of the night because we didn't pay rent.
No, Owamie, I'm so sorry.
I'm telling you. No, it's fine. We can laugh. I'm okay now.
How old were you?
Oh my gosh, I was young. How old were we at that time? 26. I think it was 2016. 2016. And so I was like, clearly we can't live here anymore. We need to move.
Well, you think your doors are not there?
Yeah, but we did end up actually she got arrested for that.
Okay.
Yeah, she did get
I'm sure
arrested.
you made sure she got arrested.
No, I'm the one that actually did it. But anyway, that was not only just the risk where people would be like, oh, you didn't pay, she removed the doors, you got her arrested. There was like a backstory. She was trying to be unfair, and then she was not fixing stuff around the house.
So y'all retaliated.
Contract. You understand?
Even if you couldn't afford. When you can't afford things, you'll find reasons as well. But anyway, agalungisi, so I'm not going to pay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was really tough. And then we ended up actually going to Rodiport, this other place. And then it was a cottage. So
how did you guys find a place when you can't afford a place?
Online.
Maru, don't they do credit checks and stuff?
No, it was this lovely couple.
Oh, private.
Yeah, it was private. It was their house. They had a cottage at the back. And I think they also really needed the money. So to entice us, they were like, we'll give you free internet. So you get the logins to the internet. I was like, okay, cool. We went there, and I remember we were paying 3,000 rands a month.
Wow.
Yeah, and then, we stayed there, and that was when I actually came across YouTube videos. It was like a whole world opened, I remember some of the first people that actually watched Pigmail. I learned my makeup from
Yes,
Pigmail.
I remember Pigmail.
Oh, she, and I remember I was just so shocked, like, are you a celebrity? Because in my... Guys, it was really bad. And then that was when I actually fell in love with YouTube. But I wanted to do your private story times and this, which I did. And it was really difficult because you don't have a phone. And we had to leave that place so that we can get the 3,000 deposit back to buy the phone that started my YouTube channel. And then we had to move to Soweto.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And then so after that, my ex-husband lost his job. And then we had to move to Free State. So that...
Breadwinner.
Now we didn't have Sham. We're staying in RDP and Duahai.
But AdSense, was it not helping?
No, AdSense was not paying yet. And mind you guys, that time, when you open a YouTube channel, you would get monetized, but you need views and you need 1,000 rands for it to pay out.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? And I was honestly just doing it because I loved it. I wasn't doing it because of anything. I didn't expect anything out of it. And so that week when we were moving, I was like, I don't have anything to post right now. I don't have time to sit and record. I don't have my own private space because we just moved. I was like, let me just do a voice background video, and that video I think got like 800 views, and my normal views were like 30, 40, 50.
So you were like,
views.
this is it,
you know? And then I was like, because I feel like as a content creator, you love creating content that people consume. You understand?
Yes.
So it also becomes enjoyable. And when I saw that, I was like, girl, you know, let me do another video. I did, and it did okay.
What was this type of video? What type of videos
oh my
were
god,
these?
I've even deleted those videos.
Story times as well.
No, it was entertainment.
So now you were getting comfortable talking.
Yes,
okay.
I was starting to talk about celebrities. And then I remember, I think if I was not mistaken, it was on the 3rd of August 2017. That was when my channel went viral. And that previous month, I was supposed to get paid like $1,000, but I was like 980 rands. Imagine. I was like, oh my god, like at least next month I can get my $1,000. You understand? That was July. And then August, my channel goes viral. September, my first pay was like 23 grand.
Yes, girl.
I was like, yes. This is where I'm at. And honestly, I was now just enjoying it. I was constantly making videos. And then with that money, I reinvested a lot of money back into YouTube. I bought my first camera. I bought my first Brazilian wig. I bought things for the background. I was so excited. And then, yeah, that's how like Owamie Entertainment was born, honestly.
That is actually amazing.
Yeah. So like, that's like, yeah, the cut version.
That's how you actually started. Yeah. And if I may ask, was your ex supportive of this new venture of yours?
He was very supportive. I remember even when we saw the money and when it clicked in my account, because at first when we were seeing it on AdSense,
you're waiting.
How much they're gonna pay? We're like, that can never happen. My girl, please.
Hey, when you grow up so tough, it has to come in. So basically, you were one of those kids who would say, we need to see it to believe it.
Thomas.
Doubting Thomas. Okay. And now that you have made it, you have literally one of the biggest, actually the biggest entertainment channel in the country. You are part of the YouTube Black Voices.
Actually, even nominated right now for 3 awards.
Imagine, multi-nominee, honey. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I was gonna advertise if I knew when this was gonna go up, but I think by then they'll be close, so it's okay. You guys can just go and support.
I love it. Keep supporting.
Please.
I love that. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of awards and also the vile end of the internet? Because it comes with a huge reward, but being in the space that you're in, it comes with so much, I suppose, like realness, where people are like, I don't like what you're saying. Celebrities have even said, Lomtana, I hate this girl.
Yeah.
How is that paradox and navigating, you know, in a world that sort of expects you to still be Owamie? Someone still expects news tomorrow, whether someone said something really bad or someone sees that you're nominated and they're like, why? How does it feel?
I think that being on YouTube like literally taught me so much, you know. Being on YouTube has literally taught me that we can agree to disagree, and that is okay. You don't even need to like me, because I know that there's a lot of people that watch my content, they don't like me. If you're gonna have people hate me, let them hate me for who I am. I'm okay with that, you know, because you're to expect everyone to love you, you're not money. I have seen the most sweetest people have someone say, she's fake.
Yes.
You don't even know this person. So,
but girl, you say that too. Let's be real now. You also say that, Uti. No, Gutiwa, according to Twitter, she's fake, you know.
Yes, but remember, I report news.
Yes.
I report the things that are being said.
It's very hard to separate, I'm sure, for a lot of people. No, I think so, because people trust your opinion, obviously. They absolutely love you. But then until you report about my friend, and I know that's not true.
The truth,
then it's like, I like you, but, you know, but like, girl, did you have to touch me in my studio type thing? I don't know, but that's my view. I mean, I've watched some videos where I know the story and I'm like, you know, me and you are DM friends. I can't DM you.
And to be honest with you, like, I don't ever expect anyone.
I love that.
Because anything that is in the public eye, people are going to speculate anything that they want to speculate about anything. And if the story is being brought that, you know, Yolz did this, I'm going to report on it. And my opinion may be, girl, that's a day that I saw Yolz, you know, giving the eye, so maybe it might be. Like, that's me literally reporting. I feel in this world, even like even history is not written the way history happened.
I love that. Yeah.
Do you understand? Because somewhere, somehow, someone said something that was false, or there's always this negative narrative that goes. And that's why I'm someone that is very big on, I'm not a celebrity, I'm a YouTuber. So if anything is happening around me, I will address it. Hear it from the horse's mouth. Now here is Owamie, but Owamie beat up a child. And Owamie is coming in front of you every day. Hi guys, how are you doing? You know, you're not addressing that issue, then it means everybody is gonna go ahead and say, oh, she really did beat up the child, you know? So I think that it's honestly just that, but I never ever say that the things that I say or the things that I think are 100% the truth, or even the truth. I don't know. Obviously, that's why I say, Smanbang on Twitter said this. This is my opinion about that. You can go ahead and take your own opinion on what you want to take, and that is it.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think for me, I did see a video once
Who was it about?
about me, and it literally it flashed and it flashed back. Is there a video you took down of me
Oh,
last year?
Yes.
Why did you take it down?
No, because
I was about to watch it because I watched the others, and now I'm like, oh, what is reporting on me too now?
Let me ask. Yeah, why?
Yes. No. So what happened was, there was a girl that actually I put an ad in the video, ne? And then the ad actually was of her selling stuff, and the stuff that she was selling was counterfeit, like it was
Oh,
fake.
snap.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
snap.
So the moment I realized, it was very quick. I had to take the video down, and I was honestly lazy to re-edit, chop out that first. Do you understand?
Man, hallelujah.
And then that's the only reason why that video went down. The only reason.
I told my husband, well, you know what? This girl really likes me. I mean, she reached out. You reached out when my dad passed on. You
Yeah.
reached out to some videos of mine, and I really appreciate it. And then when you took it down, trust me, that's when I was like, I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna, every time when I didn't subscribe, and I watched all your videos and I subscribed. That day I was like, actually she's an ally. She is not an enemy.
No,
She's
I'm not.
Auntie, actually you are an enemy. Switch it
No,
up.
let me be honest with you. The truth of the matter is that, okay, so this is the secret that you need to know. Even when you came to me, you're like, I wasn't sure if you're gonna do this interview, because I never see you do interviews with people. I turn down interviews.
I know.
I honestly have to like you for me to do an interview with you.
She's being honest.
Yeah, I am being honest. Like, not that I dislike other people or something. I just, like, I'm busy. My time is very important.
That's
to
your
me.
money.
So I'm not gonna just come out to you and then tomorrow you'll be out there making some fake video. Oh, I mean, did this to me. No, I'm not doing that, you know. But I honestly didn't want to talk about that situation. And people were like, oh, why don't you talk about it? Why are you not talking about this? And everyone was talking about it. I was like, oh crap, I need to talk about it now. You know, I did. And then there was that video. I was like, you know what, this
It's
is
a
a sign.
sign.
Let me put it down, let it stay down. And then
Why
that's what
didn't
happened.
you want to do it?
Just because I feel like, number one, I honestly didn't know anything about the situation that was going on. And I think, man, you know, there are certain people that your spirit just agrees with, you know, like, how many people have you ever seen my comment under their videos on YouTube?
No, none. Besides
And I do
mine,
comment under your videos,
absolutely. Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, it's like that thing where I felt like I was already biased, guys. It was already a matter of I'm already biased.
I wish I actually clicked on that video on time, because it literally it came up as a notification and I wanted to know. I mean, of course, to be quite honest, a lot of the stuff that's out there is not true. Some of it, look, there's no one here to defend themselves, so I can't even speak on the matter. However, for me, it just meant, it confirmed that thing. I connect with you, right? Yes, I do watch your channel secretly. I probably don't even comment on your channel.
No, you don't.
But I comment on like any community posts and stuff like that. And I just connected with you on other levels, especially after watching your channel. And I was like, I really, really like you. And I suppose also growing up in Limpopo, anyone who grows up in Limpopo, I feel like they're family, because I'm from Mpumalanga. My mom went to Turflop. My dad has family in Limpopo as well. So I always feel like it's local, from a small town to small town girl. But then now that you are this Owamie and you actually mind the business that pays you, the last question is always about money. Girl, how do you keep the sustainability? How do you manage your finances? Because you are in probably one of the most unstable industries, you know, as an entertainer, how do you make sure there's stability? You can pay rent, you can buy, you know, assets that can make you more money. You're now a business owner, you've got a salon you've just launched. How do you make sure that your money works for you?
God. No, I won't lie, because there's certain times that I sit down and I'm like, that's why some people thought, like, you know, somehow something is just not adding up. I think that I'm someone that, guys, my mother passed away, my father threw us away, so I've got 2 younger siblings that depend on me, and a son. Do you understand what I'm saying? The level of responsibility that I have cannot allow me flop up. That's why you don't see a woman with a Gucci bag. You don't see a woman with a Louis bag. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'd rather, like, I'm not at a level where I can go to the shop and swipe it, but then what's next? Do you understand? Like, I need to be careful. I'm very careful with my money.
So how do you spend it? Where do you spend it? Tell me the details, girl.
Can you believe this whole year I've been taking my baby sister to college?
Oh, wow.
I'm paying for everything, from accommodation, food, school fees, everything. And on top of that, going through a very expensive and drowning process of obviously taking my father to court. I also have my nephew, who I'm very proud of the fact that he goes to, like, one of the best private schools.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really proud of myself for that. I'm able to support them. So a lot of my money actually goes into them. And then I also have, like, savings. Like, I save a lot. So this is a secret that I always, like, this is something that I use. So if you come to me and you're like, oh, I mean, how much did you make this month? And maybe I'm like, oh, I made 10,000 rands, right? I didn't make 10,000 rands. I saved 10,000 rands. So every month I know exactly how much my expenses are. So even when I'm working, I know, okay, fine, once I reach this amount, I've worked for my bills. Whatever I work from here forth, this is what I've actually made, because this is money that I can be able to save. Because if you're gonna sit and be like, oh, I made 40,000 rands, I made 50,000, but like 40,000 rands of that is going to bills, you didn't make that. That's not your money, that's bill money, that's not your money. So I think that thinking of it in that way is very good. And I also do, how can I say this? Like, I save a lot.
It's really good. I think Nicolette Mashile also mentioned it in her books. One of the first book that she actually wrote. The one about, you know, what's your move? She actually says it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. So it's so important that you mention that, because a lot of us are so huge on, oh, I made my first million. Girl, how much did you keep? How much do you have right now? Whether it's the net asset value, whether that you have your net worth, or it's what's literally in the bank today. Check what I'm actually worth today. And a lot of people may not actually have those extra zeros at the end of it, because a lot of us live for just today. So I'm really, really glad that you are a wise spender. It's really good to know, because while you're entertaining us, you are thinking about because at any time all these apps that we have can disappear, girl.
That's why I opened a salon. That's why I made sure that, you know what, and mind you guys, like, I funded everything out of pocket. Like, I'm so proud of myself for that, you know. And so that's not the only thing that I'm doing. I do have a lash line. This eyelashes are actually mine. I mean, and I didn't even, because I was rushing. I didn't want to be late, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna order. It's good, because then I can buy.
Golden Beauty Exclusive. That's the name. Like, you know, then we've got different names, and then that's the name of my salon. So I think it's,
follow your page.
Yes, you do. So I think it's very important that even though you're making money online, you should also invest in something that is offline, or it's online in a different form. Don't put all your eggs in the same
income generating assets.
You understand? Yeah, it should be income that is generating. So I also do shout outs. That's actually like proper
good money.
And also
shmoney shibubu.
Shmoney shibubu. Okay, so. Yeah, and I think that the other thing again that is also important, I feel, for me when it comes to money, because I feel now I'm also about to get into like the finances, the financial part in my videos, because a lot of people have been asking. I am not the best. I still make mistakes and everything, but the nice part about it is that once you're self-aware, you are able to save yourself.
Absolutely.
You understand? So if you make a mistake, sit down. Okay, this month we didn't do well. How can we do better next month? And then it goes like that. Because sometimes I feel like people get so hard on themselves. It's like, last month I was supposed to save 5,000 rands. I couldn't. This month, let me just chow it. Do you understand? Like, okay, I'll start again next month. Procrastination is the enemy of progress.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I think that's just it. And with YouTube, the other thing that I've seen is that my channel can give me a huge lump sum, and the next month maybe doesn't do too well.
it's
The
like
next
this.
2 months. So you need to be able to sustain your money. Don't be too excited.
Yeah.
You understand? Don't be too excited. So even though money comes in this month, we pay the bills, we are saving money.
Yeah.
We're saving money. So that's how it goes.
I love that. So at the end of every episode, I ask my guests to ask any question or everything is on the table, off the table, anything you want to know.
Okay.
Anything, my life, my professional life, anything that you want to know, ask.
Oh, I've been dying for this.
I'm nervous.
What happened between you and Bumiludwa?
That
Any question?
Oh, just forgive me. The reason I am not able to fully answer that question is because she's not here to defend herself, you know.
No.
But I will say that there's a lot of we loved each other in our seasons. There's a lot of seasons that need to happen. So yes, I can confirm we are no longer friends.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
No, we know. We've been knowing. We know you're not friends. We want to know why. That's the only part.
Why we ended our friendship because our season came to an end. It actually happened amicably, more amicably, I think, via text than what the media makes it seem. So it actually ended officially. It wasn't like there was,
So you guys like sent each other a breakup text?
literally. Do I even still have it? Like, at least you hear.
Who sent who?
You.
Girl!
Yeah. So at least now you know the answer.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we're gonna put this at the end of this video.
Why? You should, because everybody is getting the chance. Obviously, I run a drama channel.
Yes.
Clearly, everybody's gonna
But
expect
this
question from
this
me.
is not gonna be on your channel, correct?
No.
Thank
No,
you.
it's not gonna be
I think-
on my channel, I think.
And I can't really speak too much on it because I feel as though somebody has to be here to defend themselves. There's a lot more that happened beforehand, but it's not really the situation. That was one of the symptoms that was showing us. We would say our season is over. As friends, we really loved each other when we were friends, and we made the most of our friendship. I think I respect now that I've healed. I won't say I wasn't bitter at some point. And I do feel bad for that. I feel bad for the way I almost reacted to when I found out a few things, and I think maybe she too felt a lot of things. Again, she can't defend herself, so I'm not the good guy here, and I'm not going to point any fingers. But on my side, I do know that there were a lot of wrongs, and most of the time I look back and I'm like, my breakups are, especially the public ones, they're not the cleanest. They just have a little bit of a mess. But I will say this: the stuff that's out there, most of it is very untrue. The speculations are very untrue. The basis of it, yes, the friendship has ended, and it was actually more amicable the day it did happen. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your time. I didn't go, we didn't actually talk about everything, but we've been talking. I really appreciate the fact that you could open up on things you've never touched on.
I never talk about that, but they're gonna be coming because I'm writing a book.
Oh my goodness, hallelujah. She's leaving on that note.
Yes.
If you do love what you're seeing over here, please let us know in the comment section, chat to us, and of course do subscribe to both our channels. You have 2 channels, so boldly Owamie Entertainment, Yolz channel. Subscribe, it's absolutely free, and of course don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. We'll see you on our next episode of Between Takes. Bye.